Hey, how's it going, everyone? I am the Shaz here, going over the cards for the upcoming Twinkle Starry Night Marathon event. This event should take us right up to the calendar sync with the JP server, after which we should be going back to the old event cadence. Week 1, Exchange Event. Week 2, Dreamlight Parade and Party Banner. Week 3, Marathon Event. Week 4, SBL and Fest Banner. Heading on to the event cards, the free UR is Yohane, the free SRs are Mijuku Dreamer Maru and Angelic Angel Nico, the gacha SR is Nijiro Heart Kanata, and the gacha URs are Hanayo and Karin. As always, let's quickly touch on the event SRs, which, not surprisingly, are average at best. Mijuku Dreamer Maru is an elegant attribute voltage type with a stat line on par with other free event SRs. Angelic Angel Nico is a cool attribute guard type stamina shooter that's okay, I guess. And Nijiro Heart Kanata is an elegant attribute SP type gauge bomber, which doesn't really do much coming from the SR slot. All three of these cards have pretty mediocre tap actives, passives, and live show actives, so they are nothing more than costume filler. The free event UR for this event is Twinkle Starry Night Yohane, who comes into the game as a natural attribute voltage type. Assuming you tier high enough to get a second copy of Yohane's 9th overall UR, she starts off with 69-66 base appeal, 34-34 base stamina, and 71-80 base technique at limit break 1. Her tap active is the voltage gain, increasing voltage for cards in her strategy by 6.6% for the next 5 notes at skill level 3. Her passive is okay, giving a 3.9% appeal buff to all other natural cards at skill level 4. Her LSA gives only this Yohane card a 10% voltage gain increase during every appeal chance. This card is not bad for a free event UR, as it tops out at 11k base appeal and nearly 11k base technique at max limit break. For some of you free-to-play players out there, if you've been unlucky with your pulls and lack a good natural attribute voltage card, this is a pretty good get for you, as she pairs incredibly well with the recent Around the World Maki we got for free from the last marathon event. The only downsides about the card are the passive, which normally maxes out at a 5.2% appeal buff for same attribute cards, and the tap active, which is very middle of the road. Meta rating, 4 out of 10. Non-meta rating, 7 out of 10. The first event gacha UR we'll go over is Twinkle Starry Night Hanayo, her 9th UR, which comes into the game as a cool attribute guard type. At limit break 0, Pana starts with 47-42 base appeal, 71-13 base stamina, and 63-84 base technique. Her tap active provides a shield equal to 26% of her stamina at skill level 3. Her passive is a stamina buff for all other cool cards of 4.6% at skill level 3. Her LSA, which is pretty out of place for her card typing, has a 30% chance to add 10% of this card's stamina as an SP gauge fill at the beginning of a live. This card has a ton of similarities to Hanayo's initial UR, the active attribute guard type card. Both are stamina shielders, have a stamina buffing passive, and have an LSA that provides an SP gauge fill at the beginning of a live. The first difference, this Pana's passive only buffs same attribute cards, where Pana's initial UR gave a stamina buff to all cards in the formation. The second difference, this Pana gives a significantly larger SP gauge fill if her live show active goes off. Initial Pana, if her LSA goes off at the start of the live, normally will fill up your SP gauge roughly 13% at max limit break. This Pana, however, can fill up to 22% of the SP gauge if her LSA goes off and this card is at max limit break. Here's the thing though, there aren't a whole bunch of times where this skill actually has any relevance. It's a very niche active skill that unfortunately doesn't significantly increase the power level of the card. If you really need a hefty gauge fill at the beginning of a song, you could couple this card with a guest initial Maru for a nearly 50% SP gauge fill, but again, very niche. The high technique of the card also makes it decent for Center 3 duties if you need it. Meta rating, 5 out of 10. Non-meta rating, 8 out of 10. The second UR from the event gacha is Twinkle, Starry Night Catting, an elegant attribute SK type, which is her 7th UR overall and surprisingly, her 3rd UR in the attribute. At limit break 0, this cannon starts off with 7182 base appeal, 3403 base stamina, and 7350 base technique. Good for a roughly 37% crit rate. Her tap active increases crit rate by 17% for the next 5 notes at skill level 3, though only for other elegant attribute cards. Her passive is okay, giving an appeal increase to all other elegant attribute cards by 4.6% at skill level 3. Her LSA is alright, having a 50% chance whenever she crits to buff the crit rate for all cards by 10% for the next 3 notes. For all intents and purposes, this card is very similar to the first Fest Hanayo, albeit with a different tap active and live show active. The trade-off for this Catting having both higher appeal, technique, and a better activation rate for her LSA than Pana is a restriction on her tap active and 1 less insight slot, which isn't too harsh of a price to pay. This card can definitely do wonders for advanced plus difficulty songs like Snow Halation and Thrilling One Way, as her contribution as a Center 3 member at max limit break is on par with something like First Fest Ellie. Meta rating 7 out of 10 for situational usage in advanced plus voltage ranking songs, non-meta rating 8 out of 10. That will wrap up this video going over the upcoming marathon event on the global server. Remember, if you want to maximize your LP usage, make sure you subscribe to a School Idol channel of any of the girls associated in the event, as any card of theirs gives you an additional 10% drop rate and you don't want to waste LP getting your daily live show support plays in. Believe me, I screwed it up on JP big time during the Around the World event. It sucked. Anyway, a big thank you to Xifrid as always for making the very pretty slides for the video. I've been I Am the Shaz, take it easy, be nice to each other, and I'll see you all next time.